Welcome to Creating Connections Podcast, episode 148. I am Mitch Taylor.
And I'm Vickie Musni.
And today is the episode that one of us gets to share a personal story.
And it's Mitch's turn, and I have no idea what he's going to talk about. I'm a little nervous.
Even Vickie is kept in the dark sometimes. Sometimes. I'll share my story after the break.
That was nice and easy.
What are you talking about? This also speaks to a much bigger issue.
Providing personal solutions through understanding people. This is the Creating Connections Podcast with Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni.
Welcome back to Creating Connections Podcast, episode 148. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Vickie.
Personal story time.
I love this episode, but I don't like not knowing what the story is. You're killing me.
Points in time. Sometimes you're in life and you realize that life is the pits. This is not where I want to be. This is not a good use of my time. Why did I agree to this? This is foolish. But we all have to realize that a point in time is just that.
Mm-hmm.
The point in time doesn't determine your success. The point in time is just a situation. You know me, I'm fond of my acronyms.
Yes, you are.
Life isn't the pits. It's a point in time situation.
Mm-hmm.
I had something recently happen, maybe, I don't know, a few years ago. And I'll try to give you the general story as I don't want to upset or move anyone differently emotionally.
Okay.
But I thought to myself, why did I agree to this? Why did I do this? This isn't really, this isn't what I signed on for. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. But what did I do? I stayed true to who I am. I stayed true to the situation that I was in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed true to the fact of doing what I said I was going to do for that situation. Fast forward a few years, and what has been born out of that situation that I put myself in originally that didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go, that didn't, at that point in time, was just a nuisance, was just an issue. I was complaining about it, upset, frustrated, all those things that we get, right? We all get frustrated with certain situations and certain things. And I fast forward now a few years later, and born out of that situation is a completely different experience, a completely different solution to that situation. And it's a great thing. But because going back to my ROAR seminar now, because I took a risk, I saw the opportunity in something, I decided to take the risk, and I took action on that opportunity. And I may not have reaped the rewards right away. Sometimes those rewards don't come back until to you until years later. They don't go to you, I should say, until years later.
The whole delayed gratification.
I wouldn't even call it delayed gratification, just delayed
Patience.
Results.
Yeah, okay.
Delayed results. Another R. And so that to me is the story I want to share with you today. If you ever find yourself in a situation where it's not going how you want it to go, you're struggling, you're wondering, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I should be doing at this moment? Do I see it through? Do I quit? Knowing when to quit, knowing when to walk away is absolutely one of the hardest decisions you will make in your life. And you can be defined by that action or inaction of deciding when to fight and when to flight. In this case, I'm glad I stuck it through. I'm glad I kept going. I'm glad I continued, even though in the short term, I was not reaping the rewards I thought I would be. But now in the long term, based on that relationship, I am reaping those rewards. And I'm grateful. And so I guess the personal story, is just a challenge to you to realize that life isn't always the pits. You don't know what the plan is, and that's okay. But what you have to be is cognizant of where you are in the situation, make the decision to fight or flight, to stay or go, to quote The Clash, if you will, and realize that what you thought you might get out of something, the results may not come until days, weeks, months, years later. That's my personal story for today.
That was really deep. Like, I'm used to you ranting about bad customer service or raving about a really great customer experience. That was different. And thank you. Thank you.
I just shared from the heart.
No, that's perfect. Lots to think about. Because I think what you shared, Mitch, and I love that you kept it general, because I think it makes it easier for each person listening to put their own situation.
Absolutely.
Because this could be something to do with family. It could be a business relationship. It could be a client relationship. Something. Yeah, and you shared it in a way that I think everybody can hear and process and put their own situation through that filter of what you shared.
So that's our personal story for today. Thank you so much for watching, listening, consuming any way you do the Creating Connections podcast. We greatly appreciate you being a part of our show. I'm Mitch Taylor.
And I'm Vickie Musni.
We provide personal solutions through understanding people. We'll see you next time.
Have a good week.
Thank you for listening to the Creating Connections podcast with Gitomer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni. For more information on providing personal solutions through understanding people better, visit creatingconnections.biz.